Manchester United supporters group the 1958 have called for a vote of no confidence against the club's owners, Chief Executive Omar Barada and Director of Football Jason Wilcox, in fresh protest plans. The group have confirmed that demonstrations against the United hierarchy are set to take place ahead of their clash with Fulham on February 1st. The group have slammed the handling of Ruben Amorim's tenure at Old Trafford, describing performances on the pitch as mediocre and chaos off it. Minority shareholder Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been described as an incompetent clown after failing to successfully steer the club toward greater heights. Amorim was sacked by United on Monday, hours after his explosive outburst in the aftermath of their 1-1 draw with Leeds United at Elland Road. Darren Fletcher has taken charge on an interim basis and oversaw the encounter against Burnley, which finished 2-2, and will be in the dugout for the FA Cup third-round tie against Premier League rivals, Brighton. The protest brings fresh pressure on the Glazer family, Ratcliffe, and now the new-look footballing operations team at the Theatre of Dreams. There is anger among the supporters who they feel like they have been priced out, marginalised and being treated as an inconvenience. A protest was held at the end of last season, prior to the showdown with Aston Villa, that saw supporters join forces to voice their concerns about the football club after one of their worst campaigns in top-flight history, which saw them finish 15th in the Premier League and lose in the Europa League final to Tottenham Hotspur. There had been plans to protest United's Premier League opener against Arsenal, however they were scrapped in light of criticism directed at the decision to include Ratcliffe in the action against the Glazers' control of the club. After delaying their protests against the Ineos boss, next month's clash against Marco Silva's side will be the first opportunity taken by supporters to vent their frustrations. Statements against the board have already begun to emerge and did so during the 2-2 draw at Turf Moor on Wednesday. A banner was unfurled in the away end claiming, "Jim can't fix this." United sit just outside the Champions League places but missed out on another opportunity to break into the top four with Benjamin Sesko's double not enough against Scott Parker's side. Amorim faced frequent pressure after failing to heed the downturn in results that led to Erik ten Hag's dismissal. The former Sporting CP head coach has been at the helm for numerous low points during his tenure at the club, including defeat in the Carabao Cup to League Two side Grimsby. A spokesperson for the 1958 group said, "It has been an extraordinary and deeply troubling few days at Manchester United. On the pitch, we are watching mediocre performances from an average team drifting without identity, direction, or ambition. Off it, the chaos is even worse." A manager has reportedly been dismissed not primarily for abject performances against Grimsby, Everton, West Ham, and Wolves, but allegedly for a heated exchange with Jason Wilcox. Wilcox, a man with just 9 months' experience as a director of football at Southampton, is said to have attempted to interfere tactically, despite the club hiring Ruben fully aware of his rigid system. The situation beggars belief. This decision was allegedly endorsed by Omar Barada, a CEO with no prior experience in the role, listening to the complaints of a close ally rather than exercising independent leadership. "We are once again witnessing Manchester United being run by executives learning on the job, at the expense of results, stability, and credibility. Let us be clear, this is not a defense of Ruben or the football served up under him. Much of it was unacceptable. But his dismissal once again exposes the continued dysfunction at our club. Manchester United is now a toxic partnership where fans are getting the worst of both worlds. We call for a vote of no confidence in the ownership, Barada and Wilcox." They added, "Earlier this season, we asked supporters if they wanted to protest. Many chose to give Ratcliffe time. That time has been squandered. The situation is undeniably worse. That is why we will protest at Fulham at home on Sunday the 1st of February. Manchester United is 150 years old. That proud history, built by generations of supporters, must be protected. If we do not act now, the club we pass on will be unrecognizable, stripped of its culture, its soul, and its people. This needs to be stopped. We must fight for our club. We must fight for fan culture before it is too late. If you knew you couldn't play tomorrow, how hard would you play today? For Ratcliffe and the Glazers, the game is over. Time is up. We can take no more and urge as many fans as possible to join us in a massive protest.